2025 promises major shifts and cosmic turning points. What powerful energies are coming our way, and how can we use them to consciously transform our lives? Stay tuned to find out how you can best prepare for these changes. But first, a warm welcome here on my YouTube channel. And if you would like to receive a weekly energy update, what's coming up for you energetically and astrologically in the next week, sign up for my weekly newsletter right here below the video. And every week you will get free practical tips and insights about what to expect. And I will also create separate videos focusing on specific countries, especially USA, the Middle East, and more. But today we are looking at the overall energies for the coming year. And we will also dive into important global themes like wars, natural disasters, and social changes. So, what are the key transits we will be looking at in this video? The major players that shape the overall energetic climate? We will explore Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu and Ketu as they change signs next year, as well as Mars, which goes retrograde at the end of the year. Mars is always a key trigger point, especially for world predictions, but also in your personal horoscope. Jupiter, the planet of growth, wisdom and expansion, will move into Gemini on May the 14th, 2025. Gemini, ruled by Mercury, represents communication, intellect and social connections. Jupiter's expansive energy will amplify and support these areas. Increased focus on knowledge and education. Jupiter in Gemini will greatly influence how we communicate and exchange knowledge. With the rapid development of artificial intelligence, people will increasingly learn in an interactive and personalized way. Platforms to adapt to individual learning styles will help make learning more efficient and targeted. New technologies and translation tools will help break down language barriers, encouraging global networking. This will make exchanges between countries easier and foster innovative ideas in fields like science, medicine, and other disciplines. These advancements have the potential to greatly benefit humanity, but it's crucial that we stay mindful of how they are used to ensure they serve the greater good. With the advancement of quantum computing, massive amounts of data can be processed much faster, supporting groundbreaking progress in research and development. Virtual worlds and learning environments will become increasingly accessible. Jupiter in Gemini can enable major breakthroughs this year in how we connect and exchange knowledge. However, it's crucial to remember that the responsibility lies with us. We are the ones who decide how these technologies are used and shaped. Rather than being guided by fear, we have the chance to consciously harness the positive potentials of these developments and pave the way for a better future. Now let's move to Saturn, and it's going to be a challenging time. Saturn, the planet of discipline, structure, and karmic lessons, enters Pisces on March 29, 2025, and this transit coincidences with the solar eclipse and the new moon in Pisces, marking a highly transformative and energetically intense phase. But in addition to these events, Saturn will form several significant and challenging aspects as the year progresses. Saturn, known for structure and control, faces a challenge in Pisces because this is a water sign associated with dissolution, spirituality, and our intuition. And Saturn's attempt to bring order to an area beyond its control highlights the need to confront deep emotional and karmic issues. This transit urges the development of spiritual discipline to release old patterns. This phase encourages spiritual growth and the healing of old emotional and karmic wounds. Saturn in Pisces calls for building structures that help us remaining emotionally stable and spiritually grounded, even when external circumstances become difficult. Saturn encounters an especially challenging combination in Pisces in April 2025 through its third aspect on Algol, a notorious fixed star, and also planet Uranus, and they are positioned in Taurus. And I'm speaking from the perspective of Vedic astrology. This is a completely different system from Western astrology. And Algol represents destruction, sudden twists, and dramatic events. And its connection with Saturn intensifies these destructive energies. Uranus, known for unexpected changes, revolutions, and sudden upheavals, acts as a catalyst here. This configuration suggests profound and potentially destructive events that could have significant individual and collective impacts. This conjunction increases the likelihood of old structures collapsing suddenly, especially those that are no longer stable or authentic. It points to societal upheavals where previously suppressed or oppressive elements come to light and must be resolved. These energies can also trigger intense personal transformations, especially in the areas ruled by Saturn and Uranus in your birth horoscope. So check this out. Old destructive patterns may be released suddenly and dramatically, creating space for healing and spiritual growth. And if you're not sure which houses these are in your chart, you can order a Vedic birth horoscope from our online shop. It's different from the Western horoscope, and you will receive it with an e-booklet and a free workshop from me that helps you to understand how to read your own horoscope. And you will find the link right here below the video. The solar eclipse on March 29, 2025 amplifies the topic of letting go, transformation, and new beginnings. Combined with Saturn's move into Pisces, it marks a turning point that will trigger deep change both on your individual and collective level. A solar eclipse always represents a situation of renewal, but also reveals hidden aspects. With Saturn's energy old structure or karmic patterns may suddenly come to light, requiring transformation and release. In Pisces, Saturn also meets Rahu, the north lunar node, which is associated with unpredictable, shadowy energies and karmic lessons. When these two forces combine, a tension arises between the need for stability and structure, Saturn, and the urge to break or destabilize those structures. This is Rahu. And this is a time when existing systems are tested, which can lead to major changes, but also profound transformation. Saturn and Rahu carry strong karmic energies, and the conjunction of these planets can activate old unresolved karmic issues that come to the surface to be processed and transformed. It is a time when individuals and societies face the consequences of past actions, and karmic debts must be addressed. A well-known historical example for the Rahu-Saturn conjunction was in the year 1968, when this combination was associated with the assassination of Robert F. Kennedy. Events like these show how this conjunction can trigger extreme tensions and destructive energies, often resulting in sudden and dramatic upheavals. This conjunction has the potential to be destructive on a personal level, but also collectively, if the underlying issues are not consciously addressed. However, when these challenges are recognized and faced, it can also become a time of deep healing and transformation. Now let's take a closer look on planet Uranus. Since 2024, Uranus has been in Taurus, symbolizing major upheavals and changes in areas like finances, resources, and stability. At the beginning of 2025, Uranus will temporarily move back into Aries before quickly returning to Taurus, where it will meet the notorious fixed star Algol again in early May. This encounter is said to trigger significant energetic shifts, especially when we consider countries like the USA. And I will dive deeper into that in a separate update. Uranus is known as the planet of sudden change, innovation, and revolution. In Taurus, it brings these energies into the realms of finance, material values, and nature. The combination of Uranus and Taurus leads to traditional structures and old systems being shaken up. Uranus will align with the fixed star Algol in Taurus for the third time in early May, and this will be very significant. I will discuss in more detail how these energies may influence political or economic developments in a separate update. It will be fascinating to see which turning points these powerful energies reveal. Generally, Uranus in Taurus challenges us to rethink our values and our relationship with resources, possessions, and security. This energy pushes rigid and outdated structures to transform, making space for new, more sustainable systems. Next, and also very important, is Rahu and Ketu, the lunar nodes and karmic forces in the horoscope. They will change the signs on May 30, 2025, releasing new powerful energies. And you can imagine this lunar node axis like energy flowing through a horoscope. They are very important in your personal horoscope, but also when we see it on a world stage level. And these shifts always mark important turning points that trigger collective and individual changes. Rahu moves into the sign of Aquarius, a sign associated with rebellion, freedom, and technical innovation. Rahu in Aquarius brings revolutionary energies that can spark societal shifts. We can expect groundbreaking discoveries, especially in science and medicine, from new technologies to important medications or treatments that will have a significant impact on society. And I think they already prepare a pill against cancer. That's really amazing. At the same time, Ketu moves into Leo, challenging old ego-based leadership structures and potentially dismantling power monopolies and rigid hierarchies. This shift could also bring about changes in the educational system, moving towards new, flexible models that promote project-based and individualized learning. But it's up to all of us to get involved, especially those who are passionate about building a modern, effective education system. It's always about what we do with those energies. Now there's one last important planet, and that is Mars. Mars is always a trigger that can set events in motion. Mars goes retrograde on December the 7th, just after midnight, at 11.57 degrees in Cancer. And that's the time for Germany. So sorry, you have to change it in your location time. And this transit and its energy will last until February 25, 2025, when Mars turns direct again at 22 degrees in Gemini. This is also a very significant transit for the USA, but I will cover that separately. Mars represents action, assertiveness, energy, and sometimes conflict. When it's retrograde, these energies slow down or need to be reflected upon internally, often bringing old issues to the surface or reactivating unresolved conflicts. Gemini, a sign that symbolizes communication, information, technology, and networks, becomes a critical area when Mars is retrograde. During this time, there's a heightened risk of cyber attacks, hacking activities, or the disruption of communication networks. We will see major attacks on transportation infrastructure, especially those relying on digital networks. At the end of January, Mars will aspect Sun and Pluto, who are in a direct conjunction, which also carries highly destructive potential. But now let's check our natural disasters, because we have two major trigger points. The first is on early February to late March, when Neptune and Rahu are in a direct conjunction in Pisces, followed by an intense solar eclipse. And in the solar eclipse, there's also involved retrograde Mercury and retrograde Venus. This is a very critical time. It is also a critical time not only for natural disasters, also for relationships, where many old karmic connections may dissolve, leading to separations. It's a time to reassess expectations and your own thinking and ideals in your relationships, to see where you might have been deceived or misled. Neptune is a planet associated with water, with the ocean, and with floods, and everything fluid. When it unites with Rahu, the North Node, these energies can become amplified and unpredictable. We could experience extreme weather events such as floods, storms, and even tsunamis. Neptune represents everything nebulous, unclear, and illusory. In connection with Rahu, which stands for shadow aspects and deceptions, this time could be marked by confusion or misinformation. There's a chance that collective deceptions or manipulations will come to light. Political and social matters may appear less clear or truthful, making it a time when hidden agendas need to be revealed. This configuration could lead to an increase in misinformation and manipulation in the media or politics, creating uncertainty and chaos. Then we have Uranus in Taurus. Taurus is closely connected to the Earth and its resources. Combined with Algol, Uranus can unleash destructive energies in 2025, leading to natural disasters such as earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, or extreme weather events. And I will give you more information in my monthly updates. And you might know I predicted the extreme earthquake in Turkey one day before. These configurations urge us to engage more deeply with sustainable and mindful practices in our relationship with nature to reduce these energetic tensions. It's a time when our connection to the earth and our responsibility as humanity is managing resources and the planet becomes crucial. Regarding war and conflict, the energies brewing in 2025 will unfortunately lead to more conflicts, confrontations, and unrest, especially in combination with Saturn's challenging connections to Uranus and Rahu. These energies create a tension field that will intensify old power struggles and geopolitical tensions. But even here, transformation is possible. These planetary combinations offer us the opportunity to engage with peace-promoting measures and work consciously on changing how we approach conflict. So not all is lost if we start paying attention, not allowing our fate to be decided solely by politicians, but instead actively expressing our will without violence. Determination and clarity are necessary, along with addressing our inner blockages, because peace begins within each of us, on our own energetic level. The energies shaping 2025 show the upheavals and tensions that they are inevitable. But how we respond to these challenges is in our hands. Jupiter in Gemini promotes knowledge, exchange, and communication, a way to use technologies and innovations that can serve peace and healing. By focusing consciously on these positive aspects, we as a collective can find ways to de-escalate conflicts and seize the opportunities for a sustainable and peaceful future. 2025 is a year of confronting deep karmic themes, but it is also a year of change. The planetary energies urge us to recognize and release old patterns, making room for a new, more peaceful and just world. But beyond these challenges, 2025 is also a time of spiritual awakening and consciousness expansion. It could be the year of a turning point in humanity's development, marked by deep inner and outer transformations. As more people awaken to their spiritual nature, they will begin to perceive the world with new eyes. This year is said to bring heightened sensitivity and awareness of energetic and spiritual events, as people become more attuned to the subtle energies around them and sharpen their intuition. Many will experience a greater sensitivity and awareness, feeling the subtle energies and enhancing their intuitive abilities. We will see more people having deep spiritual experiences, including mystical moments, meditative states, and connections to higher levels of consciousness. These moments will inspire individuals to deepen and expand their spiritual practices. The ability to communicate with higher beings, extraterrestrial civilizations, will grow. These connections are often made through telepathy and also in meditative states, creating the bridge to higher realms. People will start integrating this higher wisdom into their daily lives, influencing their decisions, relationships, and overall sense of well-being positively. This year offers a unique opportunity to embrace these energies consciously. As we work through the challenges and changes, remember that it is also a time to awaken and expand your consciousness. It's a moment when we are called to build a more peaceful and just world, guided by spiritual insight and collective awareness. And I will be making many more videos diving deeper into these themes, focusing on the astrology of different countries and world leaders, and many more. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget, I love you.